Hi guys, welcome to another Toy Box collection review. For this review we're going to have a look at the S.H.Figuarts Captain America action figure from the Captain America Civil War movie. On the front of the box there's a nice window cut out for you to see the figure inside and also the accessories that it comes with. Nice artwork of Iron Man facing off against Captain America there. Moving around to the side. Very thin profile box, so it's great for collectors who like to keep boxes. And on the back there's photos showing the articulation, the details, features and optional parts. Alright, let's get this open. So it comes with a backing card. It's got Captain's shield symbol there. And here is the plastic tray that holds everything in place. Okay, with the lid off you can see that they've taken great care in wrapping up the figure so it doesn't get scratched or there's no rub damage during transit. There's like plastic film in between the torso and the waist, which is nice, and the arms are both wrapped up, which is good. First up, Captain's shield. It's really nicely painted. On the back there's some holes to plug various accessories and things in, which I'll show you in a sec, and also an unmasked head, which is quite well sculpted, pretty nice paint job, and this is probably the reason why a lot of people got this figure, as the previous one didn't come with an unmasked head. There's a effect part which you can clip onto one of these hands, clips onto the back of the shield like so. So it looks like Captain's holding the shield by the edge, and it comes in both left and right hand side, so you can do either side, which is good. There are two flattened strap parts which you can click into the back of the shield. So if you just want the shield as a display piece, you can just have it like that, or when you're using this part here, you take one of these out and replace it with that part. And he also comes with two open palm hands, one for each side, and obviously his standard shield holding hand, which clips in like that, and it's got one for each side as well. And this piece is for his arm to go through, to clip into his hand, so then he can look like he's holding the shield, which I'll show you in a sec. And lastly, he also comes with this adapter for a Tamashi stand, which you can clip into the shield on one of these peg holes. And if you've got a Tamashi stand with you, you can clip it, peg it in, so it looks like the shield is flying through the air. Like so. But he doesn't actually come with a stand, so you have to buy this separately. This part here that you can put on the Tamashi stand, it also doubles as the connector piece for Captain to hold his shield, store his shield on his back. But you have to take this little tiny peg filler piece out. I'll see if I can do it. Yep, it's really small, so be careful not to lose it. And then you plug this piece in there. Yep, and then you can clip the shield on. So it looks like Captain's it's got the shield on his back. Okay, so for the head swap, you just pop this out at the base of the neck, and then pop this new one on the unmasked head. And it looks fairly decent. The proportions are pretty good. Do a side-by-side comparison. It is odd that the unmasked head is actually wider than the masked head. Yeah, I mean, I would have thought the masked head would actually be wider than an unmasked head, but anyway. And let's get Captain to hold his shield. So what I'll do is I'll pop this through first, and then make sure I grab the right side, plug this into the shield, then peg it in, and then plug this. It's very fiddly actually to get everything to line up and plug in and look good. But once you have it in, it's not going to go anywhere and it looks good. And let's just do one with him kind of throwing the shield. That goes there. On the bottom, underneath. And then we'll clip the shield in. And these peg holes are actually different size, so there is a left and right to them. Oh, wrong side. It's very confusing actually. I don't know why they did that. And then plug that back in. So it looks like he's holding the shield by the edge. It looks really nice once it's all there, but again it's just really fiddly. This one's the new Civil War. This is the old Avengers Captain America. So for starters, the chest area has a totally different sculpt. The head looks very similar, but whereas the old one has those moving eyeballs, this one doesn't. This one's the eyes are just painted on, and this one you can actually shift the eyeballs around. And the skin is a lot paler on the old one compared to the new one. I do prefer this color tone better. It looks more human. The arms are also slightly different. I think the bicep and the forearms are different sculpts. The hands are also different. Even though the torso looks pretty much the same, there is actually difference in sculpt. See, there's a diagonal line running across there, whereas this one doesn't. The crutch looks identical, but the belt design has changed. The legs, again, they look very similar, but they're actually completely different. With the exception of the crutch and bum piece, everything is pretty much a new mold. Okay, the shoulders are the same, the shoulder pads, but apart from that, it's actually a completely new, almost a completely new mold. Even these elbow fillers, the old one is nice and smooth, but the new one has like a ridge on the corner. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, take my word, it is different. So the big question is, will the new unmasked head fit onto the old Avengers body? So let me just try that. Okay, it's very tight. Let me try the old head on the new neck to see if that works. Okay, so the old head fits onto the new neck, but it's very loose. So unfortunately, the new unmasked head is not going to fit onto the old body. The difference is very slight. unless you want to sand that down a little bit, because this one is actually this ball joint is bigger than the new one. Quick look at the shield between the old and the new. So this one is the Civil War version, and this is the Avengers one. So this is the old one, this is the new one. On the face of it, it looks very similar. The paint is also very similar. There is a slight difference in tone for both the red and the blue, and also this sculpted detail for the shield in the old one, whereas this one, the new one, is completely flat. And on the back, the details have changed as well. So this is the new one, and this is the old one. So it doesn't have the brown strap paint detail, and these things clip in totally different ways as well. Captain America's got a ball jointed head, and his neck also moves. So he's got a good range of side to side and up and down. Can look up that much, look down that far. And onto his shoulders, he's got a nice butterfly joint, so he can swing his arm forward like so. And his shoulders are on a ball and hinge, so good range there. And his armor piece is hinged there. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, really good bend, and then ball and hinged wrist joint. So you can get some nice awkward bends at the wrist. Torso is on a big ball joint, I think, so it's got a really nice rocking and side to side motion. Waist as well is on a very big joint, so you get some really nice crunches and lean backwards that much. You have to be careful not to scratch here though, because it'll get damaged, I think. And then trademark S.H.Figuarts hip extension, so it comes down that much to move out of the way when you want to bend the legs up. It's a good range there, and that far back. And again, you have to be careful, this will scratch. Moving down to the knees, nice double jointed knees. And then ankle tilt and ankle pivot as well. Quite a deep pivot, which is good. And then toe bend. That bends quite a lot up, probably more than a normal human should be able to bend their toes. But yeah, really good range of motion, really well articulated. Compared to the previous Avengers Captain America, they're pretty much the same. Size wise, the new one's slightly bigger, but everything else is pretty much on par. And compared to the Marvel Legends Captain America, S.H.Figuarts is slightly smaller, but the difference is very slight actually. Usually the S.H.Figuarts figures are much smaller than the Marvel Legends line, but this one is very close, to be honest. And here he is with Iron Man Mark 46, which appeared in the same movie as him. And they look really good together. And to give you a sense of scale, here he is with Marvel Legends Hawkeye, and here is Marvel Legends Black Widow. Even though the Civil War Captain America isn't that different from the previous version, I mean, there are a lot of new molded parts, but just looking at it from a distance, you can't really tell the difference. But this one does come with a unmasked head, which I think makes it worthwhile just because of the head. It's got really nice sculpting detail, really well articulated, very well painted. There's not that many flaws that I can see. Actually, I'm having trouble naming one. It's a really decent figure, and if you like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, this is a really nice figure to pick up. That's it. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.